Hakuna Matata, everybody. I'm Tate. I was extremely disappointed when they announced Mufasa back in 2022. It being live action did not excite me and made me convinced that Disney's actually trying to destroy The Lion King. I know it's weird to hear a Lion King fan not be excited for the first new piece of media from this franchise in well over 5 years, believe it or not. Everywhere you look in the Lion King community, it seems everyone is hyped up for this movie. Then you look outside the Lion King community and
because I doubt Mufasa is going to have any legacy or legs to stand the test of time.
let's just say people aren't super enthusiastic, but I actually stand somewhere in between. Part of me is cautiously optimistic, knowing that the songs are Lin-Manuel Miranda because he's just a magician when it comes to music, and hearing the song I've Always Wanted a Brother brings me back to the original Lion King songs, especially I Just Can't Wait to Be King. But the other part of me has been looking at Disney's track record with live action remakes, and yeah, I'm not thrilled with it being live action. Sure, it's new and somewhat original, but it keeps me coming back to the fact that this could have been a new animated movie from Disney. They could have even gone back to their 2D animation roots for this, but it seems every studio is done with that, which is so unfortunate because I feel like 2D animation is the most timeless form of animation. But I'll be honest, I was not thrilled about this movie, and it was hardly in my brain in 2024. 2024 kind of snuck up on me. Anybody else? The prospect of a new Lion King movie was completely out of the picture to me in 2020. It looked like Disney was done. They ended the Lion Guard, they were giving the Lion King the live action treatment, and the last original movie from the Lion King was a direct-to-DVD sequel, Simba's Pride, back in 1998. And if you don't know the story, Disney sent its A-team animators to work on Pocahontas while the B-team went to work on The Lion King back in 1994. And for the sequel, Simba's Pride, the movie had an even lower budget than the original, which is why the animation is not quite theater quality. It seems The Lion King is constantly being given the leftovers by Disney. They sideline it and continue to almost try to kill it, but the fans continue to show up for this franchise, especially online with YouTube. I didn't know this, but tributes to the Lion King characters have been around for a while. I joined in on this craze back in 2020 and 2021 with now deleted videos. I didn't know when posting them, but that genre of videos is extremely popular. I'm talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views in mere months popular. And maybe you haven't seen these types of videos, but they don't exactly appeal to a mature audience. It's clear that they appeal to kids and only kids. So it seems even this new generation of kids are still obsessed with the Lion King franchise. And I truly believe Disney is not capitalizing off of this enough. Because be honest with yourself, who does Mufasa appeal to? Kids? Well, it's live action and said to be somewhat bloody in early reviews, so a lot of parents may want to avoid taking their younger kids to see this movie. Plus, its stale character design just does not appeal to the TikTok-brained youth of these days. Well then, it's meant for the kids who grew up with the original Lion King in 1994 then. Well, that's who the 2019 remake was for. Does Disney think this will reel back in the same audience that was looking for nostalgia back in 2019? Sure, it's the backstory of two of Disney's most famous and infamous characters, but would it being animated really deter people in their mid to late 20s? I wouldn't think so, because it being animated is so much more nostalgic for people who grew up with the original Lion King. Not to mention that the fact that nobody who grew up with the Lion King back then is talking about or even thinking about this movie. With animation, you're able to convey a whole range of emotions and feelings without the boundaries of reality. It being animated would also attract the new generation of this franchise even more. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced Disney wants the Lion King to die. But why? Is Disney sick of us comparing it to other similar storylines? I mean, it is similar to Hamlet, and Simba does sound quite similar to Kimba, but I don't think that's it. I think it's because Disney is proud. They know whatever they make in the Lion King name, it will succeed. So they use it for testing grounds and quick cash grabs. The original Lion King movie was and is one of the highest grossing animated movies ever. The Lion King Broadway musical has grossed over $2 billion since its debut in 1997. Simba's Pride was a very successful DVD launch. The Lion Guard helped Disney dominate live television with kids aged 2 to 5. And in 2019, they wanted to test the grounds for live action and how much or how little they can change to their old franchises and make as much money as possible. Turns out, a lot. So what's the point of Mufasa? Well, maybe Disney isn't trying to assassinate their most successful original franchise. Maybe the reason why they don't do much content on it is because they're protective of it. The less you release, the less chance a piece of media will be controversial. We of course saw the opposite of this mindset with Marvel and Star Wars. So possibly Disney is trying to be cautious with their beloved Lion King. They do make so much from it, even now. They also know that Mufasa will do well just because it's Lion King. And like I said before, this could be testing grounds for what Disney is planning in the future. Maybe they're looking to see what other franchises they can make live action movies, but different storylines, like what they did with Cruella. I'm not quite sure why they're choosing live action over animation. Maybe because they think it appeals more to adults, but who knows. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, YouTube thinks you liked the video that just popped up on screen. I'll see you there.